Hey, this is Bob Van Allen with your Monday Morning Minute, where we're bringing you every week tools, tips, information, inspiration, and motivation to help get you through the week here at Coldwell Banker Tomlinson Group. So last couple of weeks we've been talking about common things that we explain to our customers and clients that we could do a better job of explaining. One of those is earnest money. Last week we talked a little bit about earnest money, what happens to it, who's entitled to it, and how we need to change our language there. But we also want to understand very clearly who is entitled to it in the event of a buyer default, and how we explain that specifically to sellers that we're working with. So what do I mean? When a buyer fails to show up for closing, they have no good reason for not closing on a property. The inspection's done, the appraisal's done, they can get their financing, and they just get cold feet. What are the seller's options? Well, they actually have two options per the real estate purchase contract. They can either keep the buyer's earnest money, or they can pursue for additional damages against the buyer if they've incurred additional costs. We want to understand very clearly what our seller needs and wants in the event of a buyer default, and we want to talk to them about their options. We're not going to give legal advice, we're going to refer them to an attorney, but we need to understand that if a seller chooses to keep the buyer's earnest money, then that's it. That's all they get. They don't get to sue them for additional damages, for moving out of the house early, for taking on any repairs on behalf of the buyer, for anything else that comes up as a result of that purchase contract. If the seller says, I want to keep your earnest money, that's it. It's just limited to the earnest money. So we need to be aware of that, we need to understand that, and we need to be able to explain that to our seller clients. The next time you are representing a seller and there's a default, make sure you understand very clearly what's in your seller's best interest and that you advise them appropriately. Thanks so much for watching and have a great week. We'll see you soon.